to Lilybug's Library. My name's Linda. And there's no Friday reads today because I haven't finished anything else. I'm still kind of in the middle of things. But I figured it was a good time to talk about my pile of possibilities for October, which I'm a little late getting out to you. And Dudley is checking out the back of my laptop, so if all of a sudden everything crashes, you'll know why. All right, are you coming around here? Come here. He's being very inquisitive today. He wants to get into everything, just like a small child. Anyway, so let me just bring up my pile of possibilities. Now, one thing is a little different this year. Normally I would be very into like all of the, Halloween-y type stuff. And I'm not going to have a chance to do a lot of that this time because I went a little crazy with NetGalley and I have a lot of arcs I need to get through for October. So I'm going to concentrate on those first. And then if I get through those, then I'll go on to the paranormal stuff. So the first one is an arc that comes out on October 18th, and it's called Happily Never After. And it's about Laura Spalding, and she, seems to have everything she wants. She has a good writing career, a home, a dog, and a handsome boyfriend. But then the boyfriend walks out, and she ends up with writer's block, and everything just goes wrong. So she decides to take 2 weeks in the south of France to help her get inspiration again. I wish I could take 2 weeks in the south of France when I don't feel inspired, but it doesn't quite work that way in real life. But anyway, it does work that way in books. So she's going to go there, and she ends up, of course, meeting someone, and we'll take it from there. So we'll see how it goes, but it sounds like it's going to be really cute. The next one comes out October 28th, and I'm actually reading it now. It's called At Death's Door, and it's by Mindy Quigley, and it's one of the deep dish pizza mysteries. So far it's been really good. It's about Delilah O'Leary, she's a pizza chef, and she has her own business in Geneva Bay, Wisconsin. And she is the girlfriend of the police detective there, whose name is Calvin Capone. And he is distantly related to Al Capone, the mobster. So this time his name is causing some problems because one of his cousins shows up trying to learn more about the connection. And instead of being kind of upset about the connection, he was actually very into the whole thing and wanted to exploit the name. And he ends up dead. So it's so far been really interesting as to what was going on there. The next one is I'm really looking forward to. It comes out October 21st, and it is called A Wonderful Christmas Crime, and it's by Jacqueline Frost, a.k.a. a lot of other names that she goes by. She is, let me see, Julie Hatcher Jacqueline, it doesn't matter. It does to her, obviously, and I think she's terrific, but for some reason the name's escaping me right now. I just know she has a lot of pen names. So that one takes place in Mistletoe, Maine, and Holly White is the main character there, and this is a spoiler if you haven't read this far in the series. So I'm going to give you a minute to plug your ears, because if you haven't read all the other books, I don't want you to hear this part. Okay? All right. Ears plugged? Okay. I'll wave when I'm done talking about it. Okay. So Holly has an extra gift for the season. So she has a new baby on the way because she recently got married to Sheriff Evan Gray. And so they're, looking forward to that. And then a thief ends up trying to steal an antique ornament from this holiday display. And the thief manages to escape, but after dinner, Holly discovers their lifeless body. So she very much is always in the middle of the mystery. All right, I'm waving. Okay, there we go. So you can unplug your ears now. Just one little thing I didn't want you to hear. So she ends up trying to help find out who killed this person and what exactly was going on. But of course, her husband is trying to keep her from doing that. So the next one I'm going to be reading, and this is the first one that's not an arc. So this one is called Bowling Blunder by Stella Bixby, and it's the second in the Magical Maine Mysteries. And really love the first one, so I'm hoping this next one will be good too. I mean, she has a pot-bellied pig. I mean, how cute can you get? So she is still settling into the town that she's in. She knows that she has magic, and she kind of was trying to keep that all under wraps, but she's having a hard time, doing that. So she has when her magic comes out, her hair changes color. So of course, she's trying to solve a mystery and someone ends up dead. And then of course she's trying to solve that without, maybe everyone knowing what she's doing. So that one sounds good. And then the next one is, again, magical, but I'm not picking your traditional magical ones, I guess. This one is by Christy Nicholas, and it's called Age of Secrets, and I just love the cover. So it says, a barely remembered childhood, a search for a mystical treasure. Can a gentle man fill in his past and be reunited with his birthright? And it says, Ireland, 500. Fingon lives from hand to mouth, and though his mind is as clear as any, the shy fisherman avoids others for fear of his terrible stutter. But the day he rescues a dog from drowning, his special ability to speak to animals leads to an unbreakable bond. After suspicious neighbors accuse him of witchcraft, he and his four-legged ally hit the road along the way help an old crone in dire straits. But when she repays his kindness by setting him on a quest to find his missing magical brooch and his long-lost grandmother, he ventures into the perilous land of Fae. So that sounds really good, really interesting, and whatever kind of brooch he gets and finding out all that, and the fact that it takes place in Ireland, it's like, I'm there for it. So the next one looks really cute and still mystical, but maybe a little more cozy. This one is called Snap Spirit Murder. And it's about Liv Grantham, and it says her life is way out of focus. After her husband's devastating betrayal, the defeated single mom moves her two struggling daughters from the U.S. to a charming English village she left as a young child. Barely adjusting to an inherited cottage, a mysterious camera, and a marmalade cat, she feels off-centered when she accidentally captures ghoulish pictures of her dead neighbor. Okay. And then it talks about, can she find the killer before she's framed for the crime? So, it apparently is the first book in the Ghost Photographer Cozy Mystery series. So I haven't heard of that one, so I'm interested to see what it's like. So the next one, if I get that far, is called Cowboys and Chaos. And it says, it's by Elizabeth Pantley. And it's number 3 in the Magical Mystery Book Club. No, I haven't read the first 2, but I'm going to read this one anyway. It says, this is no ordinary book club. When the group chooses a book, they're whisked away from reality to find themselves totally immersed in the story. The characters, the setting, and the murder all come to life. In order to exit the book, they'll need to solve the mystery and reach the end. That sounds amazing. So, really interested in that one. It's almost like a time travel book, but not quite. It appeals to the child in me who always wanted to go into the books she was reading. So anyway, sounds great. And all those are on my list. I'm hoping to get to all or most of them. November is kind of up in the air for what I'm doing. So if I have to, I can always slide a few of those into November. We'll see how it goes. So that's what I'm doing for October, and I hope you'll join me as we read some of those and see which ones are good. Let me know in the comments below if there's any that you think sound excellent and that you'd like to read as well. And now this woman's name is going to be in my head, so hang on. We're going to figure out who all she is. I know she's Julie Ann Hatcher. She's Jacqueline Frost. Okay, let's see. I'm going to type it in Google here, and we'll see what Google says. Oh, please, Google. Come on. Why is it always slow when you're trying to do something, right? All right. Oh, I've successfully unsubscribed to something. I didn't touch anything, so that's interesting. All right, pen names. Okay, here we go. All right, so her name is Julie Ann Lindsay. I knew that. And she has also been Bree Baker, Jacqueline Frost, Julie Chase, Julie Hatcher, says, and there's more. So those are the ones I know anyway. So anyway, I'm still really looking forward to the Mistletoe, Maine Christmas tree mysteries and all the other ones. They all sound great. So again, let me know what you're looking forward to. And let me know what you're doing if you're in Canada. Let me know what you're doing for Canadian Thanksgiving, because that's coming up this weekend. And I'm looking forward to have a little time off and spend time with family. And I'd love to hear what your plans are. So I hope everybody has a great weekend no matter what they're doing and whether or not it's a holiday. And I will talk to you in a few days. All right. Bye-bye.